If you're planning on doing some backpacking in Tonquin Valley this summer, you need to watch this video. I go through every single campground and what to expect. Well, after hiking about 7 kilometers or so, we have arrived at the Astoria Campground. And the Astoria Campground would be the first one you come across on the Tonquin Valley Trail, and it's the one that's more at the southern point. What I've noticed here too today, there's a lot of people that aren't really doing the loop around the whole valley. They're just coming in on one end and coming out the other if they only had one vehicle. So I think we're lucky to have multiple people with us today. We have multiple cars, so that helps out quite a bit to be able to see all of the different campgrounds, and I'm going to be able to show you guys every single campground that there is to see. You'll see a nice little sign back in here, and it's showing you in that direction. The campground is kind of up there. The trail keeps going this way. There's also another little sign here that shows you that Clitheroe is another 9 kilometers, so we're going there tomorrow. So let's head up there so I can show you guys what the campground from Astoria is all about. Well, as you get on top of the hill where the campground is, you'll see there's 2 picnic tables at the far back and behind us there. I'm not too sure if this was used for horses or if this was just something, a barrier that they put down for safety. This is pretty much a straight up drop off all the way down. There's like a good 10 meters or so straight down. So there's 2 water sources if you need water here at the campsite. You can go down there, or you can go to a creek that's down the trail. The shortest route is definitely coming down here. But as you can see, the trail keeps going down and it veers off, and it's quite steep, but if with one pole and your actual hiking boots, you can go down there to get water, or you can just go down to where the bear lockers are and keep following the trail back towards Amethyst Lake, and then you'll find a little creek you can get water from there too. I prefer here because you got this amazing view here of the back of Takakkaw Falls, and then you got Throne Mountain. This we're right on the side of it here, off of this gigantic cliff. let's go check out all the other campgrounds that Tonquin Valley has to offer. Now, time to show you guys the Switchback Camp. Also duly noted that depending on the time of year, I find a lot of mosquitoes. I can barely hear my thoughts here because I'm being surrounded by them. But if you have a good, nice little raincoat, it stops them from biting you. And right in behind here, just as you come into the camp, you go down maybe half a kilometer, and this is where you have the bear lockers and gorgeous view that we came in on the trail on that side there. So at least when you come and get some food from the bear lockers, you'll have somewhat of a decent little view. But yeah, there's 8 lockers here, so there's 8 sites. So let's go look at what the campground looks like. The very far back of the campground, there's kind of a little bit of an opening. There's like a small creek that flows through here. And so you do have kind of a water source close by to the main eating area that has 2 picnic tables, and that's about it. It's just kind of a flat area. This is obviously the end of the trail. There's a bunch of these little walking paths all over the place. You can kind of check out. There you go. Kind of cool, eh? This is what I do to stay cool in the mountains. But it runs all the way down your back, keeps it nice and refreshed. Whew. Also here, for everybody who may or may not notice, never make a map with the north pointing down. I was quite confused when I seen that map for the first time. So now we're leaving the Clitheroe Campground. One thing I do want to mention that as of note is to get water here, it's quite the distance away. Not too sure why they would set up a campground so far away from a water source. If you go kind of south on the trail through the campground, you will not find water. There is some non-moving water right close to the picnic tables. I would not suggest using that. The actual water you can have access to, you'd have to beeline straight across the forest here to get to this creek. So you have to go all the way back north. It's quite a distance away, so prep your water supply and get as much as you can. Now I've already walked this distance here, we still haven't found water. So I'm gonna show you guys how far it is to just get to water right now. This is your water source, and actually I stood right on, like you can step down on that little portion of the waterfall there, and it was like a perfect spot to fill up your bladder.
was a pretty cool campsite. Awesome views too. So now let's head about 3.5 kilometers that way and we're gonna go check out the Macarib Campground.
So we're at the Maccarib Campground and we're gonna go up here and check it out. But first I wanna let you guys know that there's actually a water source that's right down here. This is what I'm doing right now. Or you can go down all the way to the bridge. Slightly easier, you walk a little bit more, but then you have a nice view. On top of that hill is the main entrance to Maccarib Campground. You can hit this little spot here where you can also get water with a view. What's cool with this one as well is that there's a trail that runs through all 8 of the campsites and they're all kind of in a row. But there's also a trail that goes on the outside of them. So you can just walk out and in. So you can block your whole campsite if you want. It doesn't really matter, or people can walk through them. And then there's a couple picnic tables at the far end and an outhouse like all the other campgrounds. So let's go up there so I can show you guys what the Maccarib Campground looks like. Well, if you're coming in from the Marmot Ski Resort, the first campground you'll come along is the Portal. And you got the little Portal campground right in here. You got the water right at the back over there. This site is quite small. There's only 4 tenting spots. The bear lockers, I think it needs to get reset. From what I can tell, I think maybe the ground got soft and now it's kind of like tipped over. And then you got a few picnic tables there at the back. The restrooms and the outhouses and the camping is all over there. And oh wow, right from over here, you just get like this immaculate. This might be the best view out of any campsite. It's too bad that it's so small. So you just kind of veer uphill. This is site number 3. And I think all of the sites are probably just all up in a row. Well, there's one over there, site number 2. But then I'm gonna show you guys the outhouses. It's like all the other ones. Macarib and Clitheroe. It's like one of those triple stacks they got going on here. So this site here has good water access because this is the main trail coming inwards and you don't even have to go very far. You just walk around here and follow this little muddy trail down here. This is Tonquin Valley, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video showing you all of the campsites you guys can stay at when you come and do some backcountry camping here in Tonquin Valley, right here in Jasper National Park. And I'm Eric Tremblay, and these are my adventures. Peace out.